What is going on, guys? The Brothers All Gaming with my review of Sword Art Online Season 2, Episode 9. And this episode, it was actually pretty simple. And the episode itself, it starts off at first with our gang here in LAO. And we see now that they're watching the GGO tournament. And right now, they were all kind of surprised to see that, like, Kirito, he was, like, barely getting any screen time because we all know what's going on with him. But to our surprise here, our gang, they were actually watching Pale Rider in action. And obviously, you know, this guy, like I said, that fight last week was the best one in the series so far. And Pale Rider, he was definitely coming off strong as a pretty much high tier like character, but then we saw him get taken out by Def Gun, and that right there, you know, it really rubbed our LAO characters, you know, the wrong way, because they thought that right there was like kind of cheap because that shot right there came out of nowhere, but then they saw Def Gun, and then you could tell that they were all on the edge of their seats. But now we go back into the game and we see that like Def Gun was going to shoot him, but we have Kirito telling Sinon to, you know, to take that shot, and when she does, Def Gun surprisingly dodges that. I'm not sure how he pulled that off, because the impact of that shot, that right there was like freaking ridiculous. I have no idea how in the world, you know, Def Gun pulled that off. Like maybe he's a hacker, I'm not really sure, but that right there was crazy. And now, you know, what really surprised me is that even though, you know, he just got shot at, we see now that he pretty much not paid him any attention, and he actually continued on. And then we see him, you know, shoot the Pale Rider. And when he does shoot him, you know, you would think they're going to be game over for Pale Rider. But then we see him get up like he's a freaking zombie, and he has his gun, you know, in Def Gun's face. So I thought that right there was like pretty beast, and I thought maybe, you know, the Pale Rider was actually going to do something, but then the way that, you know, that like he went down like that, like to me that right there was like very discouraging, because I was just so sad to see that, especially you know when he put his hand on the chest, you know, where he was shot at. That right there was obviously, you know, not a good sign, because he did die. And even though, you know, that right there was like very unfortunate, that right there confirms our third victim in the game so far that at least we know about, because it is possible that like Def Gun kills more people, but we have yet to hear about them. But now we see that like he walks toward the bridge, and he actually hides behind like this pillar, and he want to come out. And so now, you know, now they figure that it's possible that he is once again using a river, you know, to travel. And so right now he has all of his clothes and weapons like off of him, and that right there could be, you know, a good time to go after him. And we see Sinon was actually going to chase him, but then we learn that you can actually carry a small firearm, which is the gun he used to kill people with him. So obviously he would still have that on him. And so right now, you know, Kirito stopped it because it was too dangerous. But, you know, so that way they can be on like on equal grounds. They had decided to like work together, which is like really good. And we see that when they were walking, you know, through like the forest or whatever, we have this one guy actually shooting at them, and we have Kirito bringing out those like awesome sword skills again. He had to fuck all of those bullets, which is like freaking awesome. And of course we have Sinon here, who had took that shot. And we see now that like when this guy died, that right there was kind of like overkill, because we saw like his top half, it like came off, and all you should see is like his legs going behind some rocks. And I also forgot to bring up this like very important message, you know, that like Def Gun, you know, was saying, because even though, you know, he was kind of like repeating himself, we see now that like that last line that he said, you know, it's showtime. That right there, you know, have reminded what's the name, Klein, about who he is. So right now, assuming that Klein, they know that this guy, he is from SAO, and obviously he's from Laughing Coffin, because it's showtime is actually the catchphrase that their leader, I believe, used to say. And also when he said that it was showtime, that right there reminded me from Dante from the Dumb and Cry series, were like freaking hilarious. But now we have them, you know, like chasing after the Def Gun, and that right there was like pretty much for like most of the episodes, to be honest with you. But we also saw our gang here in LAO. They also got a lot of screen time, and most of the characters, you know, they were like very concerned for Kirito, because right now he is chasing, you know, this like very dangerous person. And then we have Asuna. She actually decided to like contact the guy, you know, the guy in like the Secret Service nervous or whatever, she actually plans on, you know, contacting him and getting more information. And while she's doing that, she's going to have Yui. She will look up more and more info on on GGO. And so we have the other girl with the pink hair. I do believe her name was her name was Liz, and she was just, you know, so freaked out. We have Asuna, you know, like trying to calm her down. It's just so weird how like Asuna is like Kirito's girlfriend, and yeah, she had to like waste her time calming these like other girls down. Now Leifa, I could like kind of understand because they're siblings, cousin, whatever, their family. So it would make sense that like she worried about Kirito. But Liz here, like that part to me, for some reason, like really rubbed me the wrong way, because you would think that they would try to, you know, to calm down Asuna, but you know, like it really doesn't matter. I am glad that like Asuna is being strong right now, and she wants to do what she can, which is why she locked out in the first place. But now we see that like after they were hunting, you know, Defcon for like most of the episode, like I said, they eventually, you know, come across this city. And so right now we learned that like Kirito, he was following the river all this time, so he definitely knows that like Defcon, he did not come out, and so right now he like somewhere in that city, and they have to find him. So they were like once again waiting for the terminal, and we also have Sinon coming up with this brilliant introduction, and it was about, you know, who Defcon could be, because right now we know that there were like 3 players she didn't recognize, and one of them are already dead. So Defcon had to be either Gunner X or he had to be the other guy. You know, I forgot who that name was, but Gunner X, you know, kind of made the most sense, at least to her, and she thought that it might have been too obvious, but that right there might not have been the case, because both of their names, you know, Sinon's and Kirito's names, they are just, you know, obviously rearrangements of their real names. So it is possible that Gunner X could have been, you know, could have been Defcon. But right now we see that like Defcon, he is like slowly waiting right now for this other guy, you know, to come up there or to show himself so that he can shoot him. So right now they put on confronting him, and we see now that like what Kirito was planning is to actually go in there and, you know, and attack him. And when Kirito, you know, lures out Defcon, Sinon could take that shot and take him out. And so we see that like after Kirito, you know, had left her, we have Sinon actually planning on betraying Kirito, because she was like she could either help him or she could like take him out. And I do believe she was actually leaning more toward, you know, taking Kirito out, because that way, you know, this guy he's a strong competitor, and if she took him out, then that way, you know, she'll like completely forget about him, so that way she wouldn't feel bad. But now we see that like when she's walking in there, she gets shot out of nowhere and she's paralyzed, and so right away we should like definitely know, you know, like what that means, especially when we saw that bullet in her. And so now we have Defcon appearing out of nowhere. So apparently this guy also has some pretty impressive, you know, like camouflage, because he was able, you know, to hide himself. And so now he walked the Sinon, and we see now that like when he pulls out the Defcon, we learn that like he's mainly doing this, you know, to really piss off Kirito, because by doing this he can tell if Kirito is a real one or a fake. And obviously he definitely remembers Kirito from SAO, because he remembers that rage that he had when they fought. And so right now he wants to see, by doing Sinon, if by like killing her, if he could get that like same reaction out of her. But when Sinon recognizes that gun, that right there brings out, you know, like her panic attacks, and that right there is the second one that she got throughout the episode, because she did get one early on, but the reason why she got one this time is because it's the exact same gun from when she killed that man when like she was a child. So obviously that right there will bring on the panic attack. And we see now that like when she had reached for her own gun, she had dropped it because she was like just so shocked. But sadly, you know, the episode goes to a black screen when we hear a gunshot. But for some reason, I feel like that there is no way that like Sinon's gonna die. So even though, you know, they might try to, you know, make it that way, I definitely know there is no way, because Sinon have been, you know, a major part of the arc already. She's gotten so much screen time than like any other female, like pretty much any other females, you know, in the first series altogether, because she got some episodes purely like dedicated to her. So obviously, you know, there's no way Sinon is dead. But the episode itself, it was actually alright. So I'm probably gonna give it, you know, like a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10. But of course, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on this. And as always, please not forget to like the video and subscribe, because it really helps me out. And you guys take it easy, and I will see you all next time.